So about a month ago, North Borders launched a photo competition.
The theme of this year's photo competition is automotive.
I have been shooting cars for quite a while now. I've shot a bunch of different cars, a bunch of different weather conditions, scenarios and types of photos. So I thought this would be a good competition to enter for me, and as soon as the competition launched, I had the exact idea of the picture I wanted. I have a friend who does a lot of light painting with drones, and that was basically what I wanted to do, but with automotive. I have tried it a bunch of times by myself, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, so I knew if me and Patrik worked together, the pictures would be good enough to enter in the photo competition and maybe to win some prizes. As soon as I thought of the idea, I knew I wanted either a red or a yellow car, because I think red or yellow would stand out much better in a dark scenario than basically any other color. So I knew I wanted those colors. I knew also I wanted an old car because I love old cars. I wanted something with round headlights and just something that is basically my style. So yeah, I like old cars, so I wanted something old. And after asking around, a friend reminded me of the perfect car that's in the same city where I am, and the owner is a great guy, and as soon as I pitched the idea, he was all for it and he was ready to drive out in the middle of the night for us to take the photos. When it came to the location, the first one I thought of was a quarry close to my house down by the sea, and I thought it would be perfect because there is no artificial lights at night, so we could light paint with the drone without many issues, and it's a big open space, and we could also use the sea. So let's cut to me scouting the location now. Okay, so this is the spot I want to shoot at. It's perfect because at night there's not a single light, at least I think not. I know there's some lights over there, but those don't work. I would put the car somewhere around here in the center and shoot probably a low shot just because I want to see the light of the drone. Also, we have the option to shoot from up there, which could be a cool shot, maybe having the drone fly as low as possible and then get the car and the light from the drone from above, which might be interesting. And there's a third shot over there, which I'm gonna show you now. So the idea for the third shot is to put the car somewhere in the middle over there, shoot from down low from here, that way we can see a reflection of the drone in the water, as well as have the water in the shot with the car right on the edge. But I'm not really sure if we'll be able to do that because the tree over here might be in the frame, which will make it not really work. I really don't want to have that tree in the shot, so yeah, we'll see once night comes, but for now at least the first two shots look doable and might be really cool, so let's see. So once I checked out the location, everything was good. The owner of the car, Sale, confirmed he could do it the same night, and Patrik was already in town, so we could just go out at night and shoot. The only issue was the weather was a little bit spotty. It has been raining for the past few days and there's quite a bit of wind, but fuck it, we're already all in town and we're just gonna go out and shoot. At this point there was 3 days left for the photo contest, so we didn't have much choice but to go out and shoot on that day and see what we can get. Worst case scenario, we go out the next day again. So we met around 10:30, we washed the car and we headed down to the quarry. The first photo we tried to get was the one next to the sea with just a line with the drone, but we had some issues with the GPS on the drone and the wind, so it wasn't really able to fly a straight line like we wanted, so we ditched that idea and tried to do just a straight line from the car going straight up into the sky, and luckily that worked out perfectly. I think I did like a 10-second exposure with base ISO and at f2.8. I was using the Fujifilm X-H2S with the 17-70 Tamron f2.8. It took us about an hour. We did quite a bit of tries and a lot of bad photos, but we did get one that was perfect, but unfortunately I somehow managed to miss focus, so we had to redo it, and the last one we got was the winner and the best photo from this setup. So after that we moved on to the next setup. The wind was picking up and it definitely wasn't ideal. So the idea for the second photo was just to put the car in the middle of the quarry and do a circle over the car and just shoot it with a really wide lens, low down to the ground. We also had some puddles from the rain from the days before, which was great. That way we could get some reflections in the puddles, which would definitely add a vibe to the photo. The wind was really picking up and the drone wasn't really able to do a perfect circle every time, so I just told Patrik to keep the drone running, and I was just shooting as many photos I could get, and we got one where the drone did 2/3 of a circle and we both agreed that's the best one. We also had one where it was almost a complete circle, but it wasn't really perfect and the circle wasn't all contained into the frame, so we didn't really like that one as much. And yeah, so we decided to just keep the 2/3 of a turn photo and that's it. We also wanted to shoot one from above, where the camera would be higher than how high the drone was flying, and that way we could get a photo through the circle into the car, but unfortunately the wind picked up way too much and we weren't able to do it. But anyways, we still got 2 photos and we entered the competition, and we'll see once the competition is over how we did. Anyways, if you want to help us win, go follow Nordporters on Instagram. He will put up some stories for when the voting begins, and if our photo makes it into the top 8, please go out and vote for us so we can win some prizes. This was a really fun shoot. This was something I really wanted to do for a long time, and I finally got a photo that I liked with drone light painting. A big shout out to Sale for coming out with the car. Follow him on Instagram on Attest Shop Croatia, and also a big shout out to Patrik for agreeing to shoot this with me and to get these pictures together.